Can I hear an amen? Okay, so I want to change gears and something that I want to talk about, something I know we're all dying to talk about, death.
Is this the last question?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it's getting late.
We'll talk about death.
Well,
Happy
I think we do want to take a couple questions, but then
ending. Oh, yeah,
okay.
because I
So,
know
is that
people
okay?
might be tired. It's been a long day.
Okay. So I just love how Mirabai, in her newest book, how she talks about that she has this image of her love, of those who leave, or who are gone, becoming realized. Like she says an example of like the difficult father who now all of a sudden is a beloved ancestor who actually is realized, like their fullness of life comes into fruition on the other side. Is that a way to say it? Yeah. So, and I know that Jim has talked to me, and I don't know if it's in books, but about Maureen and how you still have a relationship. And so I thought it'd be so wonderful to hear you both talk about what you imagine happens or what death is, or, take it away.
I know you have a beautiful view of this. I'd love to hear you say it.
Some thoughts, I think. One, I put this in the beginning of the memoir. Maureen died at home of Alzheimer's in-house hospice. And I was sitting next to her, she was dying. And I told her, her eyes were closed. I think she could hear me, I don't know. I told her that I thought I remembered something when I was in the monastery as a novice, 18 years old. An old lay brother had died. And so Merton talked to the novices about death. And he said, it's really helpful to keep in mind that when we die, we don't go anywhere. We don't orbit the earth a few times and take off and go a little to the right, unless you're liberal, a little to the left. In God, we live and move and have our being. We're living our life in the vast interiority of God. All the dead are here. All the angels are here. And we can't see the dead for the same reason we don't see God. But in deep meditative states, you can see the dead. That you can see the deathless beauty of the interiority of God for all of us. I think that. And I think what happens when we die, we made our hearts for thee, O Lord, and our hearts are restless till they rest in thee. I think the generosity of the infinite is infinite. And we're taken into God to give God's own life as completely as God lives God's own life. And our eternal nothingness without God is destiny. I think that's our destiny. And so we don't need to we shouldn't get overly it's hard when somebody dies. We're sad for ourselves, not for the person who died. But not to be too disheartened, because we're next. You know what I mean? We're all, it's a temporary arrangement. And we're here for a very short time to learn how to love, really. And that's my sense of it.
Beautiful. So